Good morning, peeps. Church on the Net is coming to you from beautiful Springfield, Ohio. And we're here up taking care of Mom's stuff, her last bit of her stuff. We still have just a very tiny bit of things to go through, and her jewelry and stuff later on. But as I'm going through stuff and stuff that was kept that just is not worth anything, like cards and stuff, and I'm a big keeper of cards. Yeah, I think I'm starting to purge some things. So as I was doing this, this verse just made so much sense to me, and it's Matthew 6:19 through 21. And Jesus is saying, don't store up for yourself treasures here on this earth where rust, I'll say it right, rust and moth destroy, and thieves can break in and steal. But rather store up for yourself treasures in heaven, where moth and rust cannot break in, or cannot destroy, and thieves can't break in and steal. And the clincher is the end one, because it says, for where your treasure is, there your heart is too. So when you look at things, where's your treasure? I am really bad about personalizing vehicles. If you know me at all, you know that I have personalized almost every car that I've had. And I don't let people drive them. I treat my cars kind of like babies. Probably get too possessive sometimes. And I got to stop that to a certain degree. I mean, I have a 98 Mustang, so it's nothing great to most people. It's very great to me. I love it. And it doesn't have a radio, and, I'm working on it. It's a work in progress. But other than that, I was thinking, what do I have I need to get rid of? There's a lot. There's a whole lot. There's a sweat bee on my phone, so that I need to get rid of. That really, I'm just borrowing it. It has no value to me. There's things that I have, and coming up here going through some Mom's stuff, I have about 7 boxes of stuff. Little, not big boxes. Medium to, not even medium, little to small boxes of stuff. Then I'm going to go through the stuff that I think I want, but I might just be getting rid of it too. Because not going to be a minimalist. I think that's ridiculous for me. It's just for me. That's ridiculous. But, as I was listening to that song that I played a while back, I think a couple weeks ago, that said, roll back the curtain of memory now and then. Roll back the curtain of memory now and then. Tell me what you've brought me through and where I could have been. And the next line is, remember, I'm human. I know I switched to key. And humans forget, so remind me, dear Lord. And when he's talking about that, he's also talking about how we just have things, we borrow these things on this earth. They don't belong to us. No matter what you think, your house is borrowed. Your car is borrowed, because they all belong to the Lord. And if we don't use them to glorify Him, then there's a chance we could have them taken away. I know that so many have a struggle with tithing, and I think we all do it sometimes. I know that there's a few guys I'm really proud of that are right on board with it. But tithing is just showing admiration for what He's already given you, and what are you going to do with it? Where will you take it? So this week, I want you to really kind of think. There's something I've wanted for a long time. I've wanted a house for Monica, just a 1-floor ranch. I want you to be, it would be great if you guys could pray for that for us as well, for everything to line up right. Seems like the devil works overtime not to have it. We've always lived in parsonages or rented, or lived in church housing, things like that. So, God can do a lot of things. He's a big God. And we don't put enough faith in Him because we try to put faith in ourselves and what He can provide. One of the other things that we've been providing for, or praying for Him to provide too, is about $3,000 a month to come into this ministry to further what we do. Somebody had made the comment to me, well, we don't have buildings, and well, we do. We have an office to my house because that's all we can afford. And we do some really great programs like Save the Music and Christmas Child. So, we also help out our guys if we have the funds and the resources when things are going bad and maybe they need a meal. I've sent meals to them. I've done, we've done all kinds of things. But $3,000 a month was the target that I prayed for. God, what kind of target can you give me to come in monthly before we even look at building a therapeutic horse ranch where guys can come and get healed and can get the healing? So if you want to pray for us and pray for our guys, those are some things that we're praying for to happen. At one time I had added it up, and if everybody gave just $25 a month to the mentoring program that's been through the mentoring program, we'd be bringing in about $300,000 a year, between $250,000 and $300,000. That's a lot. But I also know that probably won't completely happen, and we add more people to the ministry every day. But that's not really what this is about, and not what I wanted to bring to your attention for this beautiful last Sunday of August. So, what are you storing up on earth? What do you have in excess? I was so thrilled. I had read this thing on Billy Graham where, in all the money that he created, and all the money, the big, huge coliseums that he filled, he pretty much made the same salary all of his career, and that was around $50,000. They always pumped it back into ministry, and they made sure that their people were paid well. And I think that's pretty exciting and pretty awesome. Because you see, I've always wanted a big house with a lot of bedrooms, not to be a show off, but to have a place for people to come if they have no place to go. DLM has not always brought in a lot of money, and so when there's a need, even if I make sure that my kids and wife are taken care of, but I'll do what I can, We've helped people get home from being stranded, send them tickets if they were stranded, and we've done all kinds of things with the resources that God gives us, and we will continue to do that. And for me, tithing is not a question. I mean, I'm not perfect, so please don't think that, but I am usually paranoid enough that every time something comes in, 10% goes back out. And even with the DLM, with the ministry, we tithe to a couple other ministries who kind of support us, that we support too. One is Westward Road. It's an amazing music group that are friends of ours. You could check out their stuff. They're on Facebook too. Ravi Zachariah is another one that we support because he supports what we do through his preaching. So, I mean, what are you doing with the treasure that God has given you? What are you going to do with it? And what are the opportunities that you're missing because you're not doing it? Just think about it. Because where your treasure is, there your heart is. Whether you like it or not, that's the truth. Wherever you sink your money, that's where your heart is. Now, I will admit, I have dreams. I entered a contest recently for a 1968 Camaro. Some of you know that I used to have one that got hit by a cement mixer and ripped the front end of it off when I was in college back in 1985. And if the technology and the things were available now, back then, I probably would have kept it and had it redone, but I didn't. And I was probably too attached to it anyways. So I put in, this raffle for this car. And it'd be fun to have. It would be. But you know what? God provides for me so much, even when I don't know it. And even if it's down to the bare line, He provides in so many ways. And He always has. And it's not just for me, it's a promise for Him. My life verse is Jeremiah 29:11, 12, and 13. And it says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to give you a hope and a future, not to harm you. And then you'll seek me, and you'll come, and you'll pray to me, and you'll seek me. You'll find me when you seek me with your whole heart." Are you seeking Him with your whole heart? Are you? That's what we need to do. The Bible studies are online. If you haven't got them, or you're not in the group that they're in, you can let me know, and I'll get you in there, or I'll get them to you. Discipleship, level 1, will be starting Monday, because I've been on vacation doing this. So if you're wanting that paperwork to go through it with us, it takes about 20 minutes a day, 1 day a week for the first level's 9 weeks. So, and we're going to have some interactive discussion on band. So you just got to let me know. I hope you have a great Sunday. God bless you. Love you all. Bye-bye.